Welcome to Grading Your Hot Takes. As you can see here, I said drop all hot takes below. There are 900 comments, which is insane. The reason why I'm making this kind of video instead of like something I traditionally do over the weekend is because one, I'm on vacation, two, I'm in a hotel, and three, I'm super sick. So I figured let's try something new for once. And plus, I do want to engage with the audience more, so I figured we could do like a big hot takes video. Obviously, I'm not reading 900 hot takes in one sitting. Y'all are out your minds if you think that's the case. But you know what I'm saying. I'll read some um, just raw, unfiltered thoughts on some of them. I want to change it up. I want to do something more fun here. But yeah, I hope to see a couple people like your boy Plank. Sure, he'll say something interesting. And let me know if you guys want me to do more of these. Just reading what you guys think of Jujutsu Kaisen. Not only Jujutsu Kaisen, but just series in general. I love to make one for Dragon Ball too. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious. But yeah, enough talking. Let me just check something real quick before I get into this. All right, perfect. So the first hot take is Kaizen Domain. I see this guy all the time. The use of binding vows is what truly defines someone's skill as a Jujutsu sorcerer more than anything else. I don't think that's a hot take though. Like that's like common knowledge. And then yeah, see, like they're thinking the same thing as oh well, this person makes a good counterpoint. He says, to be fair, I think Miwa is a reason this isn't totally true. You can't just rely on binding vows to be powerful. No, well, I think po- binding vows are supposed to be like it depends on how much you can finesse them. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe Kaizen's actually correct. Sukuna can finesse binding vows to basically exploit the whole Jujutsu system and just play the game any way he wants. I actually agree with that. I think I do believe like using binding vows is a part of the game because sorcerers are con artists before anything else. They aren't honorable fighters. And to be a con artist, you got to know how to finesse. You got to learn how to exploit the system. And that's what you do, you know? And binding vows allow you to put loopholes in your own techniques, loopholes in your own cursed energy, domain expansions. Yeah, if somebody's really good with binding vows, it tells you how good they are with Jujutsu Sorcery. Actually, that's why Kenjaku has all those binding vows for the barriers of the culling game, because he's the second best culling game. Well, no, second best barrier user in all of Jujutsu history. Whereas Sukuna can use binding vows on all of his techniques because he's just the best sorcerer. Pardon me, yo. When I tell you guys I'm dying, I'm actually really sick. I don't know why my usernames show up as their actual usernames, not their YouTube names, which drive me crazy. But this person says Kenjaku died too easily, which I agree with, but I'm one of those guys who think Kenjaku can still come back. I'm not giving up until we get a full explanation on his ability. Biggie Crescent. I think this is your boy Sosa. That's his real name. He says whatever Hakari is doing right now, he's hard carrying. If Uruume would have been allowed to interfere at all, after Gojo died and Kashimo pulled up, they would have been cooked. Yeah. In terms of contributions to the raid, he's better than Maki for sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's not a hot take either. Like anybody, if you really ask anybody, like if Uruume was there, what would happen? We'd all say the same thing. I don't think that's much of a hot take. I think Hakari being useless is just like a gag. It's like a joke. Kenjaku's a more skilled sorcerer than Sukuna and Gojo. People just confuse skill, power, strength when these three are different concepts. 38. I actually agree with this. You gotta realize Kenjaku was alive for the entire series, like all the eras. There's also the fact that Kenjaku is the only character in the series to take a maximum technique and shrink it, like when he did against Yuki to defeat her. Kenjaku is also the only character in the series who can do everything. Like he can do everything in the series. Not even Sukuna can like manipulate his maximum technique. Even if he doesn't even have a maximum technique. but you can't manipulate it in the same way that Kenjaku did. Kenjaku is definitely the most skilled sorcerer, but um I don't want to say that definitively because sorcery in Jujutsu Kaisen is a very nuanced subject. You understand? Like it's very nuanced. It's more like if I think Sukuna can just pick up a lot of things Kenjaku has been doing or has shown, and I do think binding vows is a huge part of sorcery and incorporating binding vows into your battle style. I, all of that counts as sorcery to me as well. So I wouldn't just say like you know Kenjaku is. I would if I had to pick somebody, it would be Kenjaku, but I wouldn't be like 100% sure. Yuji's hiding an AR-15 to secretly shoot Sukuna with. I wonder why he's just not doing that. That's ICB TV Ikkyo. Kashimo deserved more screen time, and he's more powerful and important to the story's themes that majority of the fan base gives him credit for. Absolutely, that is a real hot take though. This is like the real, yeah. This is like the real first like really hot take to me. People probably slandering him. Yeah, now Kashimo's definitely like I made a whole video on his character and what he stands for and all of that. Kashimo is more important than most people think. Takaba could low-key solo almost all of Jujutsu Kaisen if he thought funnily enough. Well, he doesn't think funnily enough, so he can't like, thing I hate with matchups is like people be treating the shit like it's Pokemon, like it's turn-based, and nah, bro, like nobody's just gonna let Takaba like turn up in front of them the way Kenjaku did. You gotta realize Kenjaku plays around because he's interested. He talks a lot. Takaba's powerful, but I just think Kenjaku was the best opponent for him to go all out on because it's in character for Kenjaku to just play around and screw around. Kenjaku has both the biggest body count and the biggest body count in the series. Okay, bro. Okay. All right, man. Like, what? I mean, let's think about it. As I think Sukuna has a bigger body count. I do, because I think, like, I don't think Kenjaku is just going out of his way to kill people. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if the merger's activated, then yeah, he'll have the biggest body count. But I don't think Kenjaku's killing people in the past, the present. We don't really see him be that active unless he needs to be active. He only has interest in the things that like further his goals. Whereas Sukuna just malevolent shrined off Shibuya. There should have been a confirmation during Shibuya that Nobara was dead. Then maybe she makes it remove that pressure, and by the time the author confirmed it, the impact was lost. Something I despise about the fan base is that they act like it was so obvious that Nobara died with the most recent chapter. Like, where no, you did not believe that shit, bro. Like how the amount of times I've seen these people come out of nowhere and just say, "How did you not know Nobara was dead the entire time and that there was no chance of her coming back?" They literally said this in the story. I'm like, yo, if y'all don't shut up, like y'all was not here the whole time. I really hate people like that, bro. Shut up. Yeah, there should have been a confirmation. This is Jujutsu Kaisen, bro. It's a shonen manga. We did not see a dead body. Stop pretending like it was so obvious. I I I hate people who just pretend like things that are actually nuanced are just so simple and obvious. Like, bro, shut up. Sorry to go on that rant, but holy shit, that's the most annoying thing ever. There definitely should have been a confirmation. I don't even understand why you would drag it out that long. Yuta got a healed body waiting for him. That's his get out of jail card along with Rika. No, bro. And it's got 129 likes. No, I'm not even going. Yuta's done, bro. Yuji got the meanest gut check I've seen since Goku versus Frieza. What's good, rumor? I think he's talking about this picture here. You want to know what's something funny about this picture? This is picture is all I've been thinking about. Like this whole fight with Yuji walking through the slashes and stuff. Ever since the most like recent chapters have come out, I feel like this fight has become 1,000 times better than before. Like the first, like Yuji walking through all those slashes and stuff. I don't know why the fight has just become so much better because of it. Let me heart. Let me heart that. Megumi is not a bum, and in fact, he is actually justified. Let me see what people said. Not a hot take if you're a reasonable individual. Now he's a bum. He can be both. I understand where he was coming from and would most likely feel the same way, but I feel like he's a bum. This is my take here. He can be both, and I completely understand, but I still feel like he's a bum. I feel that same way. Uh, I say this because the roles have been unironically, no, ironically, not unironically, the roles have been ironically reversed. I made a video a while ago called like Megumi really sucks or something like that. And I get on Megumi for wanting Yuji to live, seeing the consequences of allowing Yuji to live, and then just giving up. But obviously, Gege was setting up like a parallel with, since now it's Megumi trying to keep Yuji alive, now it's Yuji trying to keep Megumi alive in the story. The roles have been reversed, and that's what Gege was going for. I didn't think that made sense until now, the most recent chapter. And I still think it's bum behavior despite that. Like, finish what you started, Megumi. And I get that you're like struggling and stuff, but there are still more people here that loves you. And he comes to understand that when Yuji says like, "Yo, bro, like I'm gonna miss you if you're gone." I bit my damn tongue. Damn. But yeah, Yuji's like, "I'm gonna miss you if when you're gone, Megumi," and that's what makes Megumi say, "You know what? I gotta come back." And it's funny because I said like, once Megumi realizes that there are people that still love him and want him to come back despite everything that's happened to him, he should lock in. That's what I'm saying. Like there are still people here for you, Megumi. People dying for you. You just sitting there crying, like. But Megumi picked up on that, and now he's trying to help out. So it's cool. I do think he was on bum behavior though. I'm not gonna lie. But then again, he's also 16. He's also like obsessed with Sumiki. I get it. I absolutely get it. So yeah, I share that. Like he's a bum, but I completely understand where he's coming from. The merger needs to happen. I don't think that's a hot take. Like I think we all want the merger to happen, and it will. Maybe it'll be like the sequel series, the new world that Kenjaku speaks of being created by the merger will be in the new series or something like that. Who knows? Might be related to that project. Yuta gets way too much hate for not being something he doesn't even want to be. True. True. Everyone coping about their favorite characters potentially coming back should give that cope to Kenjaku because he's definitely coming back for the merger. I absolutely agree with this. Like, if you look at the Kenjaku problem, I think Kenjaku will come back some way, somehow. I don't know how. Call me cope, whatever. Throw them words out. I'm here. I know he's coming back at some point. What's next? Gege is a great writer for being unpredictable, especially giving a sense of danger or despair onto the protagonist and the readers, which completely lacks in a lot, and I mean a lot, of shonen manga. I absolutely agree. Like, bro, when was the last time people were reading a shonen manga and saying like they were seriously considering that the villain was gonna win? Like, people really believed that Jujutsu Kaisen could end with Sukuna winning. Like that wasn't just talk. That was true, genuine belief coming out of half of these people's mouth. And I think that that's a testament to how good of a villain he was. People legitimately thought that the story was going to end with Sukuna as the victor. Isn't that crazy? That's madness to me. And the thing about it is, it's not an irrational thought for anybody to think that. It's not dumb for somebody to think that the series can end with Sukuna as the villain. I mean, as the victor. I think that's a testament to Gege's writing. Honestly, I really do. People may say otherwise, but I don't care. I really don't. Jogo's so strong that if Kenjaku got him with cursed spirit manipulation, it would have been a serious problem. Yeah, because it would be a massive problem because Kenjaku can like enhance your curses with their curse energy using curse spirit manipulation. So he can make Jogo even more powerful than he already was. I do wish we got to see like Kenjaku control Jogo, Hanami, Mahito. Oh my god, that'd be nasty. That'd be nasty. Wasted potential though, but we still gotta see where this all goes. If Adult Geto released 6,000 of his curses versus Toji, Toji would get wiped. True, but many people say Toji's fast though. What's good, Theodore? Let me yo. I'm telling y'all, I'm sick. I'm really sick, bro. So I'm having a hard time even staying awake doing this. I agree though. I do think that like Adult Ghetto is so underrated because he can put out 6,000 of these curses and enhance them with his own strength. And there's no way he throws out all these curses and doesn't land like one blow on the heavenly restriction users and just goes on from there comboing them. Y'all gotta remember, Adult Ghetto is like he's no pushover hand to hand. He was clashing with Rika Yuta at the same time while being weakened. I do think that there's a chance, yo. Adult Ghetto's strong as hell. He's just a victim of one shot writing. Megumi's a Disney princess that attracts Shikigami. Is that we said hot takes? Okay, I don't even know what this like. All right, Hana's a worthless character outside of Jacob's Ladder. Ice cold take. I actually disagree. I actually disagree. I think she plays an integral role in the Megumi's character arc about love and um. I have like a big calling game video coming out. You'll see what I'm talking about in that. But Megumi like speaks about the kind of woman he likes and stuff like that, and um, calls Remy trash. There's a lot of like there's a lot of stuff going on in that little section of the arc, you know, and how Hana comes in to save him after because of what he did when they were kids. I don't think Hana's a worthless character. She serves a specific role in the story, like most of the cast does. In order for the overarching plot to be meaningful, the merger needs to happen, and Kenjaku should take control of it with his curse technique. I wouldn't say for it to be meaningful, but I think that's like a cold take. The raid against Sukuna is actually a very well executed final battle, amongst the best in shonen history. People are just really salty Gojo died. Oh my god, bro. I'm sorry, this Ebwan Kenobi, this guy comes under he just complains about anything related. I don't anything relating to the series. He's under there complaining, and I asked him once before. I'm like, why do you even follow this series if you hate everything about it? But I think the raid against Sukuna is really good. It is certainly one of the best in the series, like one of the best in shonen history. People will argue otherwise because again, Jujutsu Kaisen's popular, so it's like the cool kid thing to do to hate on it because you're different, you stand out doing it. But the raid against Sukuna is different. Nobody's gonna be there. There hasn't been like this long 40 chapter final boss raid battle where people are just charging, taking turns, and nah, Sukuna is legendary, man. Legendary villain. Seriously, I just can't remember. I can't remember anything like this. Really can't. These people fighting with everything they have. And something I enjoy about this like raid is that it really displays why Sukuna was called the strongest. It displays why someone as powerful as Uro was like cowering in fear when she found out that he was close to her. Like we actually see the strength of this man. Like it's not like the characters. I don't. It's not like the characters just grow up in strength and are able to match them and stuff like that. Like no, this guy is actually the strongest. Like This is a raid boss. This is something that stands far above the rest. You need to be extremely lucky, make multiple plans. The threat level of Sukuna is unprecedented. I don't think there's really ever been anything that displayed such a high threat level and being defeated in a way that seems fair, well, whittled down and defeated in a way that seems fair and like realistic. You know, there's no Yuji becoming Super Saiyan to match Sukuna's strength, and there's none of that, bro. Sukuna is actually this super strong demigod that needs to, you know, you need a lot of luck, you need a lot of strategy, you need a lot of powerful fighters. The I think Gege did an amazing job at conveying this man's strength. The amount of stars you need to align just to have a chance to defeat Sukuna is insane. If Gojo wasn't even in this time period, they would never be able to defeat Sukuna. Really think about that. If Gojo was not in this time period, matching Sukuna and defeating him would be impossible. Like, you literally, all the best things in history lined up just to get rid of Sukuna. And I think fate itself played a role in that, because we know that fate is like not sentient per se, but fate in Jujutsu Kaisen works in a way where it sets up certain things for a certain reason. The fact that all of these things lined up so Sukuna can be defeated, which he may be defeated soon, that's saying something to me. I really believe that like there's something deep going on in the series. Gojo should stay dead. His character arc ended. Yeah. Guys, I need hot takes, okay? Well, I guess Gojo stayed dead is a hot take. It was a hot take before. Now it's let me see. Oh, these are more hot takes here. I guess it was a hot take before, but not a hot take anymore. I think people are really getting it now, you know. Yuji's starting to put in more work than Gojo. Nope. No. I need y'all to understand that without Gojo, they're dying in split seconds. Like, I think Yuta even admits this in chapter 250. Yuji hasn't even put in 1% of the work that Gojo did. I'm serious. There is no raid without Gojo. There's nothing without Gojo. It sounds like I'm glazing, but it's the truth, yo. No. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I need y'all to understand. Gojo just... Yeah, let me stop. This manga had the potential to expand on its worlds, villains, curse techniques so much, but choosing not to made it for better or worse. I think it's always a good decision for a story to not expand if it doesn't need to. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't really need to, it shouldn't. Because you're leaving it more at risk for like just nonsense to, you know, like just why didn't the US government come in and, you know, like just more no. I think it's always better for the series to stay as compact as it possibly can. I actually think Tokyo Ghoul handled this like in the best way possible. Everything was within Japan. They didn't like reach out to other countries, and when they did reach out to other countries, it'd just be like characters who got transferred to Japan from a Ghoul branch or something like that. I like stories that contain itself in small areas, because world building isn't like this ain't One Piece, bro. This ain't Naruto. You know, we don't got time for that no more. Sorry, we really don't. We don't got time for all that. Maki should have dipped after stabbing Sukuna. She donated way too many black flashes. I'd be dying because, you know, somebody, I forgot how long ago this was, but somebody made an argument to me that Maki helped Sukuna more than she hurt him. Maki helped Sukuna more than she hurt him. And I was like, yo, this guy actually, like, he has a point, but I was like, nah. Sukuna would have landed the black flashes if Maki was there or not. But I just found that shit so funny because he actually had me for a minute. Like, I was silent. Like, I was like, yo, Maki maybe was useless. But nah, she wasn't. But nah, Maki held down the fort too. Y'all gotta realize holding down the fort in this raid is important. That's why I give Choso so much credit, because Choso has been in the raid for like Choso has been eating hits for a lot of it, and shooting, piercing bloods, and he's just been spreading Sukuna's attention every single time he's been around, and holding like Sukuna in place so Laru can set up the heart catch. Being a diversion in this raid is so important, man. But I'm just rambling. My mind's cloudy. Let me focus. Sukuna actually deserves to be as OP as he is. Yeah, I guess that's a hot take though. Sukuna fits as the villain of JJK more than Kenny. Yeah. I do think that if Yuji were to meet Kenjaku, he would hate him like more than he hates Sukuna. Like if Yuji was aware of everything Kenjaku's done to his family, I mean, I guess he did that to his grandfather too, because he screwed up Yuji's whole family and just everything how Kenjaku's messed up like the lives of his friends and Gojo, and if he put all that together, I personally think he would hate Kenjaku more than Sukuna. But like this commenter says here, Yuji doesn't really care about Kenjaku, so Sukuna fits better because Yuji just knows more about Sukuna and they're polar opposites. They're actually both great villains for Yuji. But we just have to see. I don't think Kenjaku's done yet. Seriously, don't. Gojo is better where he is right now. Yuta was actually useful. People feel the manga is slow because they are reading weekly instead of reading everything at once. Yeah. Yuta was useful. Gojo, yeah. Yes, Megumi did waste potential, but that doesn't mean he's a bad written character. Yeah, for sure. Takaba versus Kenny was just such a smart move to take Kenjaku out of the equation. Yeah, I actually agree with this. Binding vows are the peak of sorcery, not the domains. Toto is a big point. Yeah, I get where he's coming from. I think domains are still more important, but I see the perspective. Like again, binding vows do embody the whole con artist aspect of sorcery. Sukuna with 10 shadows is stronger than his Heian era form. Somebody's going to say different forms for different occasions. This isn't a hot take, it's just common sense. Oh, so people are arguing. I think the Heian era Sukuna is destroying Sukuna with 10 shadows, but like for fighting Gojo and really anybody else, then yeah, 10 shadows is much better than Heian form. Just because he can use Maharaga to adapt, but Heian era form Sukuna is just gonna grab bro, throw him, and throw a twin tower dismantle at him, bro. Like it's wraps for him. It ain't no fight. I guess Kashimo. I guess Kashimo's a better matchup for Heian or Sukuna too, because Kashimo can just lightning bolt Sukuna to the head if they were like equal stats or whatever. But yeah, I think Heian Air form would beat 10 Shadows, but overall 10 Shadows Sukuna is better for anybody in the series. I'm glad Hakari versus Urume is not getting any focus. Now that's an interesting take. Yeah, he didn't explain. I wish he did. I do wish some of these people would like explain their takes. But that is a very hot take because people want to see it. I want to see it too. I want to see that golden 777 lucky jackpot. Oh, telling y'all, man, stop sleeping. I disagree. I actually disagree with this, but this is such a good hot take that it's like that's probably my favorite hot take here. I absolutely disagree with it though. I wish it got like 2 or 3 chapters. Both Sukuna and Kenjaku are superior sorcerers in every way, correct? That's not a hot take. It's not a hot take. Hakari is a fraud, the true, and don't have to face the consequences of my non-existent bad. This is just slander, bro. And oh yeah, just keep the agenda. Yeah, this is just slander. It's good slander though. Don't have to face the consequences of my non-existent bag is so crazy though. That's actually hilarious. Fans only care about the fight, so the story suffered as a result. Correct. Dude got the Huey profile picture. I don't know why, yo. I can't like whenever somebody got a Huey profile picture and they say like a logical statement, I can't take them serious. I can't. But he's right. I see the Huey picture with a logical statement. I can't help but just laugh, like smile. So stupid. And if you're wondering why, it's because Huey comes from a show called The Boondocks, and Huey's like this he's like this super intelligent 10-year-old. Like he was like he made like a chemical bomb out of hair product. Like he's that intelligent. And he was always like an active social activist, things of that nature, the logical one in the family. Like he's the most intelligent one in the family despite being 10. So if you watch the show, you'll know why. It's just funny to see that. Gojo would lose even without the 10 shadows. Sukuna had a senzu bean and could bypass infinity just by using simple domain amplification. It's okay if you forget. There's a lot to this series. I get it. Sukuna only went after the 10 shadows because he knew he would have to fight people after. I do think Sukuna could have I think Sukuna would have finessed a dub, but I can't prove it. You know, it's just you can prove it, like domain amplification and domain expansion, but I don't know. There's a lot of headcanon when you get into these arguments, rightfully so. You know, because Jujutsu is all about the user's reality and their creativity. So there's always going to be headcanon when you get into these arguments. That's why power scaling in Jujutsu Kaisen actually gets so heated. Because again, like being a Jujutsu sorcerer isn't about strength. It's about being smart, con artist, being creative, and we're all creative in our own ways. We're all intelligent in our own ways. So all of our different worldviews and perspectives are actually intertwined with how we perceive like jujutsu techniques and how these fights would hypothetically go. So that's why I stay out of the Heian era Sukuna versus Gojo fights, because it's just you're not going to get an answer to it. Nicholas Bodo. Jogo's a top 3 death in Jujutsu Kaisen alongside Gojo and Nanami. I think Higuruma. I think Higuruma's better. Higuruma's one of the best characters in the series, bar none. I recently reread the series, and I think Higuruma was perfect. If Higuruma's dead, though, he's in the top 3. I wouldn't put Jogo in there for sure. Gojo and Nanami are the 2 best, but I think Higuruma's 3. I think Kashimo might be up there too. I'll always love Kashimo, like getting that lesson from Sukuna and saying, "Hold up, man, this is worthless." I don't know why that's so powerful to me. You know, I love Kashimo's ending too. So hold up, man, that's what you do all this for? Like, you don't get tired of this? You know, I love that. Shows Kashimo was still human despite being a psycho. But that's your opinion, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you like Jogo's death, oh well. I ain't gonna tell you what to not like and like. No, Maki's stronger than Toji. Yo, Noah always getting cooked in my comments. I don't know why, yo. I don't know why. That's why I clicked. I saw 10 replies. I knew they was cooking him. No matter what Noah says in the comments, they just fry his ass. Well, I don't know. My subs always be cooking him, man. I actually disagree with Noah here. I am one of those people that still think Maki and Toji are equal, despite my big video essay about them being about Maki surpassing Toji at some point. I still think as of now they're equal, because there just hasn't been anything to display to me that they're not equals. You know, I really don't think you can prove it. Gege does not hate Gojo. He's just a difficult character to write in general. I disagree with this. I don't think Gojo's hard to write. I don't know. I think Gege has a very easy time writing. Bear with me here, y'all. I'm still burping and stuff. I'm dying. But I don't think Gojo's a hard character to write at all for Gege. Like, this sentence implies that Gege had a hard time writing Gojo's character. No. Gege knows what he's doing. Don't matter if Megumi locked in now. Not locking in sooner cost people their lives. Once a bum, always a bum. Just because he tripped Sukuna with his ability in the most recent chapter does not mean he's completely absolved of his bum allegations. I think I went into this earlier. I think I literally said this earlier. Oh no, uh, yeah, like I get it, but he's still a bum. Hakari got off screen. Nah, imagine Urume pulling up with Hakari's head in an ice ball. I might just cry tears. I might just cry tears on the spoiler video. Iwa solos everyone. Okay, bro. Yuji's gonna grow extra limbs. Nigga, what? Binding vows is plot armor. Is that? Oh, I was about to say, is that Toji? I think that's Noragami. Arctic take. Nah, dead Arctic. Like, bro, come on, man. Arctic take. I'm dead. Not a single sorcerer except Gojo surviving modern weapons such as a gun, rifle. Nigga, come on, bro. Like, don't they fight against a whole army, bro? Megumi as a character is underwhelming, and even putting aside, bro, are you serious? Like, what? What? All right, I'm not even gonna get into that. Megumi as a character is underwhelming, and even putting aside the bum allegations, just writing rise, he's eh. I remember um, reading the part where he explains his philosophy, saving people selfishly, when he first fought his read between that and wait, dead ass, that's it. In his curse technique, hard carries his aura factor. Um, I like his curse technique carries his aura factor. I just like this comment. Like at least he explains and he. I disagree. I like Megumi's character. I'm not like the biggest fan, but I like that he says it's underwhelming and explains why. And he explains it from like his own um perspective of taking in the character. Like I read that and went like that's it. He makes it very clear that this is like his own opinion and he's not stating it as fact. It is aura factor. Like, come on, we doing aura factors, bro. I do disagree though. I wish I could disprove. Well, not disprove. I wish I could like try and change your mind, but there's more comments we got to get to, and my brain is super foggy. But I do appreciate you like sharing your own perspective the way you did. Very mature. The story's not getting to the point fast enough, bro. Bro, there's more to life than Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, to me, Jujutsu Kaisen is like 2 hours out of my week. You know, and like not 2 hours, obviously, because I gotta edit videos and stuff. But a manga that I'm not working on is probably like 10 minutes out of my week, bro. Like, there's never too slow or too fast for me. I don't really. I'll live without it. Bro, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Gege doesn't know how to properly use his characters. All right, bro. Megumi will be the final villain of the story. No, no. Megumi's coming back like good. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You know that is a crazy take though. You know what? That's a hot take too. Despite it being a stupid take, it's still a hot take. I hate the kills them all for shock value. Like, come on. Sukuna starts the merger. It cucks the fit. Yo, I'm finna laugh like you know how Courage the Cowardly Dog be getting his ass beat in the show and he just laughs like he does that pain laugh. Hurt as hell and shit. Like if Sukuna just stops the fight and does the merger and the fight ends without a clear winner, that's how I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna do the most exhausted laugh of my life. I'll probably see like 4 tears come down my face. I sat through all this for that. I need a winner, bro. But I like this reply to it. If he does that and they have to fight the merger, you can be sure that the fight ends like Tokyo Ghoul Re in Attack on Titan with a final meeting between Yuji and Sukuna in the center of the beast. Okay. No. No. That'd be too chaotic. But I know what you're talking. I get what you're getting at, but no. Yuji ain't like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Yuji ain't like that. Yuji ain't running that gauntlet the way Kaneki did in Tokyo Ghoul Re. He ain't built like that. Yuji Kaneki was like on his own level at that point of the series. That's the only reason why he can run a gauntlet like that. And whatever happens with the merger, who knows? I like the My Hero Academia ending. I liked it too, bro. I actually liked it. Oh wait, I mean, if Sukuna isn't stuck possessing a body and therefore weak against Yuji's soul, he is unstoppable and none of our cast even gets close. To the point that it's strange that Sukuna would even consider any of them a threat, except for Gojo before he knew what Yuji's plan was. I absolutely agree. Sukuna sits far above the cast, except Gojo, obviously. But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't think people understand the power gap between like a lot of people don't really understand that that power gap is so big that Gojo's presence alone makes him like the most important person to Sukuna raid because there's literally no hope without Gojo there. Junpei was far more pivotal in the story than he gets credit for. Absolutely, especially with the most recent chapter. Like he displays Junpei's talk with Yuji trying to save him and Yuji's talk with Megumi, where Megumi's trying to save Megumi. That's two different Yujis, and um, Yuji Yuji now displays that like he's truly empathetic. He truly understands like he truly knows how to help the people he wants to help and knows how to speak to them. I truly love the most recent like battle, the most recent talk they had. It's beautiful, peak. And when you look back at the way he tried to help Junpei, he didn't do that. He didn't do it correctly. But now we see that with Megumi is something else. Megumi's help is little, yeah, duh. He just came back. I guess that's a hot take. Gege's hatred for Gojo made him come up with an unsatisfactory. Oh man, 11 replies. Gege's a good writer. That's a wild take. Sounds like your take is wild. His writing says, oh, so they're just arguing. Yeah, Gege's definitely a good writer. I mean, it's a hot take, yo, but people, I believe Gege. Chapter 236 is a masterpiece. I think Gege handled that as well as he could. Because realistically, what did you want to see? You want to see Sukuna chanting for the attack? The cut is instantaneous. You don't see it travel. You know what I'm saying? Like, one moment Gojo's there and the next he's not. That's how the technique works. So I don't even understand why people want it to, like, you know? I don't really understand the off screen talk or the off screen argument. If you can help me understand, please feel free. But I just don't. The attack is instantaneous. There's nothing to see. I'll read like a couple more and then I'm done. Like I hope you guys don't expect me to go through 900 hot takes. Okay, we can do a part 2. Hot take: Kenjaku isn't dead. The murder's still happening. JJK fans are just as bad as DBZ fans because they don't read. Sorry, and their theories are just as bad. First take is not a hot take. That's very cold. Second take is not a hot take. I think DBZ fans are better than JJK fans because, from what I noticed, DBZ fans actually try and like they do somewhat make an effort. Okay, the fact that there is a big running joke in their community about them being unable to read is them basically promoting that y'all need to read better. Okay, so I think DBZ fans are better because of that. Like they hold themselves accountable nowadays with how bad their reading is, and their theories are just as bad. Absolutely not. Jujutsu Kaisen fans make some of the best theories. Y'all make some of the best theories. Y'all can't read, but I don't know how this works, but y'all can't read and y'all somehow make some of the best theories. It's like that you know how them IQ charts be having the dumb and the super smart, the two edges as like the geniuses, like they're doing the correct thing and in the middle, like the midwits, the average people are like doing the wrong thing. That's what Jujutsu Kaisen fans are, in my perspective. They're like really stupid or really smart, and that's how they make these theories. Like, I don't know how y'all do it, but yeah, y'all can't read and somehow cook up amazing theories. So I agree. I disagree with the theory part, but I do agree with I do agree that like they're just as bad, or if not worse, than DBZ fans. Gege's writing could be a lot better. I don't think that's a hot take. I think any writer's writing can be better. I'd even say that about Sui Ishida. You know what I'm saying? We only get a few chapters of calm between Shibuya and the Culling game. That's not facts. In 0 chapters between the Culling game and Shinjuku. Gege does address the 0 chapters between Culling game and Shinjuku. It's because if he did show calm, the chapters would have nothing in them. And plus, he didn't want to he didn't want to put out all the plans in the reader's face before these plans were enacted. Again, this story is about tricking people. Like, it's about being deceptive, and Gege wants to catch you off guard the same way Sukuna's getting caught off guard with these plans and such. You know what I'm saying? Imagine before the time skip, we saw them just have their meeting about all their plans, and like, what are we looking forward to at that point? I do understand the initial complaint, but you gotta think about it a bit more. In between Shibuya and the Culling game, we did get a lot of like exposition. Yeah, there were some fights, but the fights weren't that important for the most part. Like Maki versus the clan was, but everything else was just nothing else was like on the life. Nobody was really at risk, and there was just a lot of talking, preparation, and I think we got more than enough. Gojo getting off screen was top tier writing. I elaborate on this since nobody in the thread. We're ending with this, and then we'll do a part 2 later. I elaborate on this since nobody in the thread has literature comprehension. Gojo being portrayed as the power ceiling of the verse is expected to have a very honorable and dramatic death, if one at all. For him to die like some nameless bum to Sukuna ties into Jujutsu Kaisen's realistic themes of valuing life, loss, and loose ends. He died like another nameless human, which is, deep down, how he wanted to be seen by those around him. His own arrogance is a testament to the different circumstances that made him the honored one. Masterclass cooking. 5-star Michelin chef. Nah, he cooked. He cooked. He actually cooked, bro. Nah, that was actually a really good explanation. It's ironic, right? It's truly ironic, but it still made him happy. I love it. With that said, let me know if you guys want me to do a part 2. We can go through more of these hot takes. I think for a part 2, I'll just make another thread, another community post, because there's a lot to go through here. Oh, wait, I want to do this one. You put Heian Air Sukuna in Maguna's place and he wins the fight easier than before. Oh, okay, that's a real hot take. Restless Gambler. I remember making this video, and like when I decided to make this video, I wanted to see this take as well. Restless Gamblers. You put Heian Air Sukuna, he'll probably make a video about this too. So he'll probably, knowing Restless, he'll probably make a video about this. This is a crazy take though. But I do think Sukuna would win, but I can't prove how. So, yeah. Anyways, I'll actually let you guys go now. Thank you for watching. I hope I get better. I'm still sick. I'm dying, but this was fun. Let me know if you want a part 2. Peace out.